There he is. Oh yeah, I got you now. The little bugger. I've been tracking him for 5 days now. Haven't slept a wink. I'm 1/256. I was a 1/512 Native American, Wyandotte Indian. So the tracking's in my blood. But when it comes down to making this shot, it's all about breathing and trigger control. Breathe deep. Now shakes. Gently squeeze the trigger. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, he's mine. What you've just witnessed was a dramatization of an event which never occurred. I affected the accent because I felt it made the character seem more credible, as it usually does in those adventure-type shows. I'd like to introduce you to Stark. He's a 16-week-old Australian Shepherd puppy. He's deaf, but he's got a great personality, and we're looking for a home for him. We've been fostering him. He's learned some basic sign language, so he can do rudimentary obedience, and he's a good boy. He loves to play. And if you're at all interested in fostering him, contact whitekittyfoundation.org, and they can set you up from there. Again, we weren't really hunting puppies, but if you don't adopt him, you don't know who might, and we want to avoid that. So if you're a good person, give it a shot. Thanks. This is a first place trophy for the Ohio State University Individual Rifle Championship. Now you're probably wondering why it says 1923 on there. And God, did that guy shoot back in 1923? He doesn't look that old. Thank you. Now, truth be told, it's not my trophy, and I'm sorry that wasn't a trick. My grandfather actually shot this. He met my grandmother at Ohio State University. They met on the rifle team. She was one of the first women to be doing such things back in the 20s. The reason I show this to you is just to show you where I get that urge to shoot. It's always been in the blood. It was something that my grandfather introduced us to at a young age. In fact, what I have here is the first rifle that he gave me for competition. It was the Savage Anschutz Model 64, Match 64, and this was one that I first started competing with in my very early teens. And it's I've kept it in great shape, and I teach others to shoot with this rifle, and it just reminds me of my grandfather. So that's why I was sharing this trophy with you. And someday maybe I'll have one as impressive as that, or at least a $100,000 cash prize. You might be wondering what I'm doing here. I'd like to introduce you to the wonderful state of California. Those of you out of state probably aren't familiar with a lot of this, but in this state we have certain rules and regulations that pertain to the use and ownership of what they would consider an assault type weapon, which is what this is, an AR-15. So let me show you real quickly what sort of features we have to use out here, and so you can decide if you want to move here or not. All right. First and foremost, this is the computer. This processes all the information for the devices that I'm going to show you that are mounted on this gun currently. You'll probably notice this odd-looking device here. This is a retinal scanner, and what it does is when I line up my eye with a scope or even the iron sight, there's a way to do that, the device sees my eye through the retina scanner, and it sends that information to that computer. And you're thinking, well, how does it, okay, what happens then? Well, this odd protuberance on the end of the gun is the antennae, which you have to mount on there. And yes, it does make things a little bit odd, especially when it's windy in terms of your sight acquisition and just holding it steady. But anyway, that is the antennae that transmits this information to the State Command Center, which basically responds back to the computer saying, yes, that's his eye, he can go ahead and use that weapon. Because nobody else in the world can use this gun unless they, slice off my retina and glue it to their eye or something. I think they did that in a James Bond movie, but that's probably not going to happen. Second feature you've probably seen here, and I apologize for the ragtag look here. I haven't gotten the new leather device that will attach this to the rifle in a more aesthetic, a more pleasing aesthetic look. This is the trigger lock. Now, most of the ones you've probably seen are typical, traditional key lock type systems. This is a digital one. And this, unlike those, is more similar to a bank safe deposit box than a traditional key lock. Basically, like in a safe deposit box where you have a key, the bank has a key, you both have to put your key in and to open the door. This is very similar. You basically make an arrangement with a state representative to come down when you're planning on shooting, and I put in my code key, they put in their code key, and then I can release the trigger. It will not fire without both of our code keys. The trick there is trying to anticipate when you're going to be shooting so you can have them come down and do this. I really wanted to be able to fire this weapon today to show you. Unfortunately, they were booked and they won't be down here till I think mid-September. So anyway, we're planning a big shoot for that day since they're going to be here. We got all our code locks set up and everything. Anyway, so to synopsize, the antennae takes the information from the retina. You need the agent here to activate the trigger. The information is beamed to this computer, and if the state says yes, it comes back and it releases everything, and I can fire one shot. Got to do that for each and every shot, but makes you think more about your trigger control and breathing. So anyway, welcome to California. One of the most often asked questions by my friends is, what do you prefer for home defense? Let me show you. And no, I'm not going to sing you a soulful rendition of Kumbaya. 12 gauge shotgun. Mossberg 500, Remington 870. I got one of each. I love them both. I would stake my life on either of them. That's my choice. What do you think, Jack? Yes, Jack likes the shotgun. Don't you look at it? Isn't it cute? Yes. Hi. Yes, I'm just lying down for the evening. Let's talk about home defense. I've got a little something in my nightstand that kind of helps me sleep. And there we go. This is a SIG P220 and 45. I've got a laser and a light on that one. It's 8 rounds. If I need more, I keep a little something extra in here. Here we go. This is my Colt Series 70 Gold Cup. I bought that with a gold coin that my grandfather gave me for graduating high school. I'm not sure if that was a great investment, but I love that gun. I got also here a bug zapper for the, sometimes those mosquitoes come around your ear and you're trying to sleep and they just get in you and you're trying to slap it and it just kind of wakes you up. Anyway, I've also got, I keep near my left leg, I keep a SIG P226 in 9mm for you 9mm folks out there. And should I happen to need my right side, I've got HK USP full size 45. If you can't tell, I like 45s, and instead of fighting over which one's best, I just buy one of each. It's my thing. For you revolver folks out there, I got a little something for you too. It's in the second drawer here. Oh, Colt Python. Always true, always fires. Anyway, these things just kind of help me feel a little safer at night. Oh, forgot my Glock 21. Can't forget him. Anyway, I sleep like a baby. I sleep like a baby. So, night. Many gun owners are maligned. A lot of people always ask, why do you have guns? Why do you need guns in the house? Well, one word for you. Zombies. I mean, who doesn't want to take a zombie out? I mean, come on. It's what we dream about when we're at the shooting range. And I'm especially proud of this target here because I shot it with my baby Glock. This is a Glock 27 and 40 caliber. At 20 yards, I was able to effectively take his eye out. This is one dead zombie. In closing, I would just like to say I would really enjoy being a part of Top Shot. I think I would do well. I enjoy any type of weapon, and I think I could be competitive in any sort of venue with it. I'm not sure how well I would do against world-class shooters, but just the idea of careening down a valley on a zip line shooting at things. What can I say? I'm a guy.